Moon in Pisces, meaning, significance and personality traits. The moon in Pisces is the end of the lunar trip through the zodiac. These couple of days are more meditative, great for first drafts or purely imaginative art making. The Muse is close by during this transit in Pisces. This is the sign of the fishes, and wrap-up time. Good activities are resting, daydreaming, meandering, soaking and escaping into the imagination. Pisces is a mutable sign, so the mood can shift in a moment. That's why it's wise to create wide-open unscheduled time to dillydally. It's restorative to the soul, on these days, to simply be. Beyond time. When the moon is in Pisces, we swim in imaginative currents that go beyond the normal limits of space and time. It's a mood when symbols, music, and images convey the messages of the soul. This happens through art, dance, film, photography, theater, and play. A Pisces moon native is artistic, kind-hearted and has a poetic soul. A gesture or wise look tells another what words can't. With the Pisces moon, we're wrapped up in the mystery that has infinite meaning, and never try to grasp too tightly to its form. It's a great time to nourish the imagination. Zoned out? It's harder to deal with the harsh aspects of reality during these lunar days. We may escape with one more drink, or check out in front of the television. It's easy to coast through the day, when you're dreamy or lost. It helps to have some creative focus, in order not to flounder in the sign of the fishes. We soften our hard edges, and find forgiveness where there was resentment. It's easier to see the wounds that cause people to act, as they do. We have a big heart for those suffering, especially the vulnerable, children, animals and the elderly. We can see the oneness of all life. This puts a mystical spin on everyday life. We can see the mystery, and that can bring divine inspiration, or a sense of wonder. Pisces is ruled by Neptune, the planet that's to do with transcending the everyday, rising above, and experiencing the sublime. That's why Moon Pisces time is ideal for doing nothing and deep listening. Favored when the moon is in Pisces, long soaks, being near the ocean or another water body, watching or doing theater, taking in a film festival, meditation or spirit-based retreat, being solitary, any imaginative project, tending to those in crisis or loss. The moon sets the emotional tone, as it transits through the zodiac signs. It changes signs every 2.5 days. You can work with this rhythm to go with the flow of the moon. You can use it to know the general feeling tone to expect. Emotions and generosity. If you spend just an hour in their company, you will instantly be revealed their dreamer side, and you will observe that this side enhances their emotional personality, and their intuition. The moon Pisceans have a natural need to isolate themselves from the rest of the world from time to time, because the pressure had accumulated for so long, they really need the rest. In general, though, it's just something they do without having a reason necessarily. Just like an introvert needs to be alone, and replenish their batteries after a long exposure to many social events, this native will put aside every other responsibility, refuse to answer the phone, and just stay cooped up in his/her home. This is their method to regain the emotional balance necessary to take on life's challenges, as well as the confidence required in their day-to-day activities. Because they are ruled by a Piscean moon, these natives receive the same inner satisfaction through random acts of generosity, helping someone in need, or being compassionate with a friend. A person born with the moon in Pisces takes their mental and emotional energy from sensations like affection, empathy, and so on. However, they must keep in mind not to overdo it in this sense, because sometimes they can forget about their own person and focus too much on the outside world, on the well-being of other people. And this leads to forgetting the self, which is in no way acceptable or good for them. These people, when surrounded by adverse conditions, are prone to escapist behaviors and to addiction. They are more sensible than others, and could become sick or vulnerable unconsciously. Compassion versus vulnerability. Compassion, tenderness, humanitarianism come as natural as breathing to the lunar Pisces, and it's actually not far from the truth that these small acts of kindness are a form of breathing for them. They're a vital form of energy, a mental one, that helps the moon Pisceans achieve their goals, become better than they once were, and self-develop. They do create a goal out of helping people, and this can only be admirable, because there aren't a lot of pure-hearted souls like them out there. The only danger here consists in their vulnerable nature under the moon's influence. They tend to trust people too easily, and this may come to their disadvantage, because many could manipulate them. Pisceans born under the watching gaze of the moon are a very philosophic and imaginative bunch, always coming up with new and innovative ideas to put their plans into action. Everyone wonders about their abilities and potential, because it seems to be endless and unfathomable. The downside here is that this visionary personality comes at the expense of realism and pragmatism. They sometimes have problems settling on a battle plan, making a decision when it matters. In pressing situations, just look at their symbol, the two fish, swimming in apparent different directions, a contradictory nature that hardly finds peace. And on top of this, add the emotionally disturbed nature of some moon phases, and you can understand why these natives are slightly unprepared. If something unexpected comes up, a confident and rational partner is all they need, then. Inspiration from the arts. If the moon was residing comfortably in the sign of Pisces when you were born, then you shouldn't really hide from whom you are. Someone with the soul of an artist and intuitive prowess, someone who can see beyond the veil of the palpable world. You are someone who would be capable of extracting profound knowledge from the world and transform it into a plethora of new ideas. The source of this transmundane inspiration comes from the many cultural domains of art, which these natives are drawn to studying and to gaining knowledge from. The least they would want to do is live with their feet on the ground, having to face their worst fears, reality, responsibilities, the real life. Thus, they live in their dream world most of the time, only coming out of it to take care of the day-to-day tasks, or to have some humanly fun with friends. Positive highlights. Meeting someone with the moon in Pisces is an experience in itself, and you can be sure that this native will make you feel very comfortable in their presence. They are very good as friends, they have a very generous personality, and a very beautiful giving heart, which is being governed by emotions and sensibility, as influenced by the moon of course. They are kind and peaceful and enjoy spending their time in nature, or actually in any outdoor space, even in the middle of a busy city. Another quality that these signs have relates to the fact that they put a lot of meaning in their professional life, and they are amazingly good leaders, which could also translate in the fact that they secretly wish to occupy important positions and make vast amounts of money. What you may not think possible, given their dreamy nature, is the fact that a moon in Pisces individual succeeds in regaining their balance from the worst periods in their life, with a smile brightly shining on their face, and with a lot of determination, because their heart is always open and sincere. The downsides. Coming back to what we've mentioned earlier, that the moon Pisces are very good when it comes to leadership, you might want to consider yourself warned that this quality can actually easily transform in a flaw. During tense moments especially, these natives are prone to exaggerations and to pretentious behavior. They may surface some high expectations from those around, although their actions may not reflect that. They are giving back as much as they require. If you are governed by the moon in Pisces, and you read this, you should always remember that the love and respect for your loved ones, and the good harmony in your family, are more important than your desire for domination and manipulation, because even if for the moment your ego can be satisfied, it's not something that is going to last forever, but your soul's happiness and fulfillment will. Just give up on your dramatic reactions, and be more patient, and you will see that this change of attitude will make you constantly happy. And more than that, it will also give you the energy to continue through life unimpeded almost, and even give you the required strength to solve most of your problems.